up, Libra gang, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. Let's read your tarot cards, guys. So Libra, as you guys probably already know, these are general messages on YouTube. That means not everything I say will resonate with every single Libra out there. Come into it with an open heart and an open mind. If it speaks to you, if it resonates, take it and run with it. And if not, release it. Assume it's going out to someone else who needs to hear it, guys, okay? Keep the vibe high and let's do it. You are responsible and accountable for all your own actions and decisions. I am just the messenger. All right, here we go. Libra. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. I love it. All right. Something is coming to remove you, to take you out of a situation that it was getting a little dicey. It was either getting a little bit stressful or a little bit choppy. So make sure you're practicing sort of good self-awareness and not, getting yourself into things that, deep in your heart you maybe sense that they're not for you or not right for you. This really isn't a fear-based message. It's almost like universe. I hate to say this because I guess I'm very aware of how messages come off. So you have full accountability and ownership of your life. It's not about passing off responsibility to the universe, like, oh, universe will save me. But really, the first message I got from this is universe steps in and it's like divine intervention to remove you from something. Possibly something with a water sign where they were, and I love me my water signs, sorry cross watchers, but the water signs may not have been totally emotionally stable, or if it wasn't that, it was something about, they were taking a lot of your energy, and not necessarily in a malicious way. It's just, this could be a relationship or a friendship or something where have faith that, I guess, being removed from the situation while you may be questioning it like, but no, that's my person, that's my friend, that's my whatever. I think deep down there was something that bothered you about it mentally, like something gave you pause or you're like, I don't know, and the universe is like, yep, we're going to act on that, because that was your intuition coming in about something just wasn't right, but I'm going to stick it out. I think I'm sort of getting this is out of your control, so don't jump to any scary conclusions. I don't do fear-based readings. I think this is actually a very positive message that it's divine intervention. And if it's not something that was super stressful or causing anxiety, it's almost like you got swooped up for some sort of offer or opportunity, but I almost want to say out of the clear blue. And again, I'm not an advocate of, sit on the couch and let life happen to you. I do not advocate or believe in that, but it could be something like an old friend, or I'm hearing the word old intern. I literally heard intern may reach out to you with some sort of offer or job or, whatever, a short time collaboration, a small project, hey, do you want to hang out or whatever. It seems like you're being approached with something very good, very valuable, something of substance of the earth. It's a little bit slow moving. But yeah, it could be an old earth sign, especially a female earth sign reaches out to you. This is the Page of Pentacles. So it's probably not someone brand new. It's someone you're already slightly aware of, or it could, again, someone you're connected with on social media or whatever. And I will say this, it lifts your spirits. It's definitely a good opportunity, but you do seem to have trepidation about it. Something about the way this card is sort of relaying that to me. It's like, you had to, again, I'm just, gosh, this sounds weird. It's like you had to have rope around you to tie you or to pull you away because you wouldn't have done it yourself. It's like something had to align where you had no choice but to remove yourself from these waters. That's why I was saying water sign, because in theory, there was something about it that brought you peace of mind to stay there, maybe because it was familiar. But I think the universe is saying, have faith in me because this is even better. So you are going to have to face your fear of leaving behind what is known. But this was fated. This was destiny. You were always supposed to get here. So, as I say, it's what you make of it. This is totally about your perspective. So if you get thrusted into some new chapter unexpectedly, whether it's moving town or moving jobs or moving even like friendship circles, right? It's only as scary as you make it out to be. If you tell yourself, no, like the universe has set me up for success. The universe wants me to be here. It's just a matter of me understanding why. Make that your mission, and this will be easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? This will be a transition or a new chapter where I'm almost getting you've earned this. I am hearing what comes around goes around. It seems like you've put in a lot of time and work and effort on something, even if it's just yourself, right? Your spiritual side or whatever. It's like even the birds in this, it's very spiritual. It's like you're being lifted away into the heavens to do something very important or to collaborate with someone very important. This could definitely be something to do with your money or your job. So I don't know why there's the temptation to fight it or resist it or to, really it's not even that, it's talk yourself out of this opportunity, because again, you have free will. You're not literally being grabbed by the wrists, right? But in metaphor, it's like the universe is like throwing a lasso around you, like, yeah, come on, Libra. Like they're trying to get you to come, and you're, but I need this. I want to stay. Like, I was getting that silly metaphor of when you take kids to the beach or the pool or whatever. You're like, all right, come on, it's time to go. And they're like, but I want to stay in the water. Like, that's sort of what I get here. It's like, but I'm having so much fun, like splashing. I don't want to, I don't know. There's something here where I understand it was fun and it served its purpose, but now it's time to grow. It's something about this is, changing the turning of the time or turning of the hands of the clock. It's like, time has come to do this important thing, and maybe it is in on the surface at its face value a little bit less fun. Maybe it's going to take a little bit more effort because you're going to have to get to know new people, or you're going to have to learn a new job requirement or skill, or learn a new program, whatever it is. So it's easier to just splash in the water, but it's like, I'm hearing the word treading water. I don't know, but it's like there's no growth here anymore. You've outgrown this chapter, this cycle, this person, this job, whatever. So again, have faith. This opportunity came for a reason, and I have a feeling this opportunity has come to you more than once. It may not have been the exact same circumstance or scenario or from the same person, this offer, this whatever, but it's almost like you in a past chapter or in a past weeks, months, years, you were, the water was too fun. The temptation to stay where you were and splash in the water, stay at the beach, this silly metaphor I'm using. You weren't ready to get out. It's like, but it's cozy in here. It's fun. I'm in my element. And universe is like, no, boo. Like, I get that. And like, that in itself was a gift that you were able to adapt and be excited by your surroundings. But you stopped growing. And ultimately, your purpose here on earth is to grow and develop as a spiritual being. So again, I'm just being called to say this is what you make of it. I would not let this opportunity pass you by. And the thing is, I don't think it ever really will, but I think it's like you're testing your parents' patience. When they're like, get out of the pool. All right, 2 more minutes. You're like, all right, 5 more minutes. You're like, oh, but like 10 more minutes. Some of you, this may literally make sense to you for some of your kids. It's time. It's like, no, like we did the 5 minutes, and then we did the extra 2 minutes, and we did the extra 10 minutes. Like that wasn't even supposed to be a thing, and I gave it to you. The universe is like universe is having trouble setting firm boundaries with you because you talk your way out of it. And very Libra-esque, you're able to justify why it might be good to stay because you are all about like the facts and the evidence. It's like some of you are probably natural born like lawyers, right? You can dance around the courtroom and sway the judge, sway the audience, sway the jury. But it's like you're testing the universe's patience because this is divine. This is destined. It was written in the stars for you to go off and do this. So I know you have a lot of excuses why you can't or why you shouldn't. And again, it's being related in this very silly way of almost like a kid, like, but I don't wanna. Like, you don't want to leave something behind that you really enjoy. And here's the thing, you may not have to leave it behind forever, but you may have to make compromises in order to make room for this new thing. You may not get to do that fun activity as much as you used to, or hang out with your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your whatever, as much as you used to, because this does have weight to it. There's a lot of value, but with that, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. And so maybe some of you don't want the responsibility or something like that. I don't know. So then let's talk about this, because this is very interesting. The 5 of Swords. I think this represents fear. I think, shocker, with this new chapter, there's some new skill or some new thing that you will have to adapt to, a new environment, a new person. And a lot of you are at the point where you've gotten so comfortable in what has been that you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm sort of getting this metaphor too of the idea of working with younger people than you. And I'm not even going to put an age on that. Whatever you are, I don't know if it has to do with going back to school and you're like, oh my gosh, but I'm whatever, fill in the blank, and I'm going to be surrounded by college kids. Or if for some of you, it could even be taking a career working with children, like as a teacher or as a professor. Others of you, again, it could be, say you're in your 70s or something. There's something to do with working with a younger generation. You're like, oh my God, they're going to eat me alive. Like, I'm not going to fit in. That's not true. You're a Libra. Everybody likes Libras. You're ruled by Venus. You're fun. You're interesting. You're creative. And you're sweet and compassionate. Like, you're going to do fine. again, you're writing the narrative here. So it's what you tell yourself. If you believe that you're going to get eaten alive, well, watch it, because you're going to manifest that, right? Like what you think is what you manifest. So if you're going in with sort of a cutthroat attitude, or again, this fear of other people having that, you're not looking at it in the right way. This is opportunity. This is blessings. This is abundance. This is fortune, right? So that should be your perspective going into this. So yes, there's responsibility, but it's responsibility that could be really beautiful and work out in a really lovely way for you. Expansion. It's time to expand your comfortable limits. Can't believe I just said that. That was a credo of my high school. I went to this really like cutting edge, trying to be all young and hip, and they had like a set of moral, ethical codes, principles, or what did they wanted the students to strive, and it was like, expand your comfortable limits. It was a really hippy-dippy thing, but it was actually a good school. I can't hate on it. Anyway. Yeah, be brave. This is about channeling your inner warrior. And because Venus, by definition, is a female planet, right? We always call her she, her, that kind of thing. There is a great feminine side to Libras, whether you yourself are male or female. This card is the Chariot. It's more about put on the battle armor. It's time to channel that more masculine aspect of your personality, which you have, right? There's duality in all of us. That's what these black and white sphinxes represent. The dark, the light, the shadow side, if you will, right? The light worker. This is about being more masculine, more assertive, more confident. Even if you have to fake it till you make it, it's like, I'm going to go in and I keep hearing I'm going to fit in. It's something about the pack, the soul, the tribe. You may be very comfortable being a one-man wolf pack, or whatever you want to say it, though. Though I question that, though, because you're a Libra. But maybe that was just circumstantial, where that was your life and you accepted it and you found avenues of fun and excitement and you made it work for you. That's what I'm getting. This is not a bad card. You had peace of mind about the current circumstance or scenario, and now universe is kind of turning the wheel, right? They're off-roading a bit, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. That's actually beautiful, that whole metaphor of off-roading. It's like, I wanted the straight and narrow. I set myself up for expectation. Like, I know what's coming in, and universe is like, no, you don't. No, you don't. But the thing is, it's good. That's why you can laugh. This is a very lighthearted message. It's like faltering off the plan is giving you heart palpitations. Like, wait a minute, where are we going? You're going to get there. This is a card of victory. This is a card of winning, right? Charlie Sheen, winning, right? Tiger blood. That's going to be your credo, your motto. It's going to be your mantra. Tiger blood. No, I don't know if I'm going to advise you to take after Charlie Sheen. Is he a Libra? I wonder what he is. I actually don't know. But I could kind of see that. He might be like a Virgo Libra. Somebody look that up. Let me know. What's Charlie Sheen's zodiac sign? Literally, I'm seeing the stripes now that I've said tiger blood. You guys remember that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Moving on. Let's stick to the tarot reading. Go down these pop culture rabbit holes. Tiger blood. All right. Yeah, this is probably something to do with your career. This may also be getting out of a relationship that I think you've become complacent in. I don't think that you love the relationship, or I don't think you love this person anymore. And don't shoot the messenger. I don't ever mean to offend. It's almost like you love the idea of being in a relationship and having that co-pilot, that partner to, let's go out and do this. But is the actual authentic love and chemistry there anymore? I think universe is saying, for most of you, you already know that it's sort of, again, it's tapered off. And so universe is like, I'm going to introduce this new person in your life to give you the motivation to get out of a place that it's not to say it wasn't for anything. Like, it served a purpose, but it wasn't the purpose for the rest of your life. It was a jumping off point. And so something new comes in to, and in some ways, tempt you to finally go on this kind of voyage out of the comfort zone. That's really what I get from this. And it may involve an Aries. Again, it may involve something with children or working with, I don't know how else to say this because I'm not getting specifics on it, but it has to do with not feeling like you are at the same level as everyone else you're joining. So if you're joining a company, it's like you come from a very different background. I would even offer there could be a language barrier or something like that. You may even have some sort of learning disability and you've sort of let that sort of become a reason to justify why you're in a good spot and you don't really need to mix it up. And universe is saying, no, have faith in yourself. I have so much faith in you. This will be a victory, but you just kind of have to bridge those little triggers or that anxiety about this new place, right? Adaptability, transformation is what's coming into you. Some of you, again, maybe going back to school, there's something about a difference in age or background or language. There's something that makes, okay, this is important. I've probably said this to you before, Libra. There's something that makes you different that I think for the longest time you looked at it as your downfall or your detriment, something you need to hide and be ashamed of. It's just the opposite. It's your superpower. It's something that makes you very unique, and possibly for some reason it may actually make you, dare I say, popular among this group because you bring with you a different perspective. If they always cater to a certain body or a certain clienteler, you may come in and be like, well, what about people like me who have this? Or what about people like me who come from this background? And they're like, oh, we never thought of it. Do you understand? Like, you open their eye to see something new. It's your superpower. Yeah, you give people an awakening. You make them realize something. Yeah, and so I've seen Six of Cups and Judgment and Page of Pentacles. Those three combined say, again, this may involve a person who is not totally new. Frequently, Judgment is about going back to the past and making amends with something. Maybe it's just going back to the past and recognizing, I really have outgrown this chapter and now I hear the calling that it is time to move on. Some of you may have an awakening about a Cancer in your life. It could be like, I guess, romantic, like a zodiac sign. It could be, again, a coworker you used to work with. I don't know. Give me two more on this Judgment. We'll wrap it up. What is this awake? Actually, okay. Let's do past and future. So what are we looking back on? What needs to be tied up? Unsettled. You have Five of Swords twice. Something that it still gives you a lot of pause or confusion or trepidation. There were answers that you were lacking that you never felt like you got clarity on. You need to come to resolution on your own. It's not about holding someone else accountable for giving you clarity, though sometimes the universe really grants you that beautiful gift of clarity via someone else. I would not bank on that. I would not put stock on that. This is saying, if there's something you've been lingering on or harping on that is impeding upon your ability to grow and move on mentally, detach from something that, again, there was nothing to it. It wasn't substantial enough. You are being asked to finally seek that closure, that connection. Do you see how the 5 goes to the 6? The 6 is here, and that's what saves you. Again, that's what removes you from the status quo. That's what essentially ushers in this beautiful Wheel of Fortune. You need to make ties or make amends with something from the past in your own head. For some of you, you may reach out to someone and offer clarity, or try and something that was keeping you stuck. You may reach out to someone and ask for clarity, and I'm not necessarily saying demanding it, especially if it is romantic, but if you're at a healthy place where no matter what the result you get, it's not going to dictate how much you love yourself, right? If you're in a healthy place where you can be like, I'm just going to reach out to that ex and be like, hey, like, thinking about you, just curious, but like, have purpose to it. Don't open the door for it to be this loosey-goosey, like, hey, just thinking about you, like, blah, blah, but like, why are you messaging them? I think you need to be very clear so that you can get the answers you need to move on. And some of you, again, you need to be prepared. You may not get the answers you need or the ones you want, but by revisiting it and literally not getting the answer, that is the answer. That person is never going to give you clarity, so wrap it up, right? So then what are we going towards once we get, and some of you, again, it's internal. It may have nothing to do with anyone external to yourself. You're coming to some sort of internal conclusion about you or about a scenario or a person of your past that it was hindering your ability to grow. Yeah, new money, new job offers, new travels, right? You have 2 cards of change and movement. It could even be physical travel. Some of you, it's just going to be dating, especially earth signs and maybe a Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, there's a new peak of curiosity. And again, Page of Swords, there's just something about this where you may be dealing with multiple people of the past here, but I would offer someone from the past, especially in terms of an old coworker, may come back to offer you some sort of position. And again, you may try and talk yourself out of it. Again, there's like this imbalance of age discrepancy. Like, oh, well, I've been out of that, whatever. I've been out of the technology world for so long. I don't know if I could get back in there. But again, universe has almost dropped this on your doorstep. So instead of finding all the reasons why you can't or why you shouldn't, maybe it's time to flip the script. Maybe it's time to graduate from that inability to I don't know, gain progress, to not stay in the status quo. Maybe it's time to come up with reasons why you should, why this could be a really good opportunity. Research it, think more about it, get comfortable. Well, what if I were to proceed forward? And Knight of Pentacles says it doesn't have to be at an extreme. It doesn't have to be all at once. Though I would argue some of you might. Some of you may just pick up and leave town, right? Others of you, you're going to have to take time to get comfortable with the idea, to make a practical plan, an exit strategy from whatever this is, and that's okay. The Knight of Pentacles will help you do that, right? All right, Libra. That's what I got for you. Dig in the Wheel of Fortune, dig in the Chariot. You have a very interesting reading here, but whatever this Five of Swords is, we got to deal with that. We got to figure out what that is, okay? Thanks for joining me, Libra. Please remember to like the video. That helps me a lot. It helps my analytics. It tells YouTube you guys are here. You want to see more of these videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I will see you next time, which is next Thursday, for more tarot readings. Bye, guys.